Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're in the executive seat right now, you already know firsthand that the noise surrounding AI is literally deafening. But today, we are deliberately moving right past all that AI hype. We're going to unpack a safe, structured, and highly practical operational blueprint designed specifically for leadership. We are going to demystify enterprise AI and show you exactly how to take the reins. Okay, let's dive right in. Today we're covering 5 key areas: the AI leadership paradox, the intelligent organization system, the core logic of how leadership directs, the 5 leadership capabilities, and finally, how to actually activate your strategic mandate. Section 1, the AI leadership paradox. Let's talk about the reality you're facing right now. As a leader grappling with the immense pressure of AI adoption, you're likely caught in this really profound paradox. On one side, tools are easier to access than ever before. They're spreading like wildfire. Your employees are absolutely experimenting, whether you officially know it or not. And vendors are aggressively embedding AI into systems you already use every day. But look at the flip side. It is exponentially harder to absorb. Absorbing this technology safely, productively, and at an enterprise scale, that remains incredibly elusive. The issue isn't whether AI matters anymore. Standing still is simply not an option. But moving recklessly, that's going to destroy organizational trust in a heartbeat. To break out of this paradox, we absolutely have to shift our thinking. Please take this to heart. AI is not a technology project. I'll say it again. It is not an IT project. To use AI, intelligent automation, and human judgment safely, the entire organizational system has to evolve together. The whole organization is the unit of transformation. For enterprises, and especially public sector organizations, the stakes go way beyond just basic efficiency. We're talking about public trust, transparency, equity, and accountability. You cannot just toss this over the fence to your IT department and cross your fingers. Section 2, the Intelligent Organization System. Enter the TIO framework, the Intelligent Organization. Think of this as your complete, practical enterprise transformation system. It views the whole enterprise through 5 essential interconnected domains. Step 1, leadership directs. Step 2, data informs. Step 3, technology enables. Moving on to step 4, factory produces, which just means turning your ideas into measured value. And finally, step 5, people adopt. All 5 of these domains are absolutely crucial. They have to work together to turn that scattered, risky AI experimentation into safe, practical, and measurable value. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly where our focus needs to be today. Look at that first piece, leadership. The transformation system always begins with leadership. Why? Because leadership sets the strategic mandate. You provide the direction, the risk boundaries, and the decision rhythms that the rest of the organization is going to follow. Without this very first domain securely locked in place, the rest of the system is just wandering in the dark. Section 3. The core logic of how leadership directs. Now, leadership isn't just some vague, high-level concept here. It's broken down into an exact operating logic. We're talking about your organization's ability to set direction, make informed choices, govern decisions, protect trust, and actually mobilize the enterprise around the changes needed to execute strategy. Check out how these 5 capabilities connect directly to the central mandate. Strategy chooses, fluency informs, governance decides, risk protects, and transformation mobilizes. This right here, this is the heartbeat of your executive team. This sets the foundation for everything else. Section 4. Let's do a deep dive into those 5 leadership capabilities. Before we unpack them one by one, I want you to notice how this leadership anatomy functions as a continuous operating sequence. It's really a connected machine of gears. Notice how fluency drives strategy, which drives governance, risk, and finally, transformation. If even one of these gears stalls, the whole engine grinds to a halt. For example, if your executive team lacks fluency, you can't make informed choices. The engine just stalls right at step 1. So let's look at that first gear, strategy. This is about your ability to make the really hard choices regarding direction, priorities, and investment. The crucial phrase to remember here is strategy chooses. Without making clear, decisive choices, you just end up with hidden priorities, right? You end up endlessly chasing the latest tool hype instead of creating real, sustainable value. Next up is fluency. This is all about making sure your key leaders actually understand what they're sponsoring. Remember, Fluency informs judgment. Now, you absolutely don't need to be a programmer, but you must be able to confidently question frontier AI models and see right through slick vendor hype. Without fluency, you're just blindly trusting vendor promises or putting all the business pressure on your IT teams. Capability number 3 is governance. Governance decides. It sets the boundary lines, the decision rights, and the accountability rules for the entire enterprise. Without solid governance, innovation either happens dangerously in the shadows or it just goes to die waiting in some slow bottleneck for approval. Then we have risk. Very simply, risk protects. It protects your organizational trust by figuring out what could go wrong well before it actually happens. In a world moving this insanely fast, robust risk management isn't a roadblock. Honestly, it's the seatbelt that lets you drive forward safely. And finally, transformation. Transformation mobilizes. You've made your choices, you've set the rules, you've protected the trust. Now you have to mobilize the actual enterprise to do the work. This provides that unified roadmap to make the change actually stick in the real world. Section 5. Activating your strategic mandate, or essentially your first moves. Now, what's really interesting about this diagnostic matrix is the stark contrast. I want to challenge you to honestly assess your organization right now. Are you stuck over at level 1, scattered, relying entirely on IT for business decisions, and watching isolated experiments just lose momentum? Because our true north has to be level 4, managed, intelligent, clear choices. Executives who can confidently question models, active risk monitoring, and a unified roadmap. That is the gold standard for a non-technical executive leading an AI transformation. Getting to level 4 takes a deliberate sequence. Over the next 4 months, here are your concrete first moves to activate this mandate safely. Phase 1, starting literally today. Set the mandate. Lock in your sponsorship and deliver an executive AI fluency program so your leaders actually know what they're dealing with. Phase 2, make strategic choices. Define where you're going to focus and what must change. And Phase 3, build the transformation system. Establish your governance rhythm and decision rights. You do not have to map out your entire technical architecture on day 1. You have a clear, safe sequence to initiate this massive change simply by focusing on your leadership operating system first. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, ultimate accountability question. Ask yourself, and really pose this to your entire executive team tomorrow. What must be true 3 years from now for stakeholders to say this transformation created real value? Remember, the transformation always begins with direction. AI is not an IT project. It's a fundamental organizational evolution. Your people are looking directly at you. Strategy chooses, fluency informs, governance decides, risk protects, transformation mobilizes, leadership directs. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this deep dive into TIO Domain 1. Take this blueprint, have those tough conversations with your team, and start building your intelligent organization today.